Well, Shemai again, everyone. I'm back today with yet another layout from my ever diminished June kit. I think this might very well be the last layout I can make with it because I'm sort of left with very small pieces now. And I'm actually using a sketch from Scrap Squad, and the original layout is by Audrey Yeager, who is one of my favourite scrapbookers, and it's very much using lots of bits and pieces, which is perfect for what I've got left. So the main feature, I think, of the layout is going to be this mixed media. I've used one of the Vicky Boutin stencils here, and it's got all different words on it, and I've just used some speckled egg distress oxide then, just to sort of add a bit of colour to it. And then I've cut these strips. Now I'd like to tell you what size they are, but to be honest, they were all kinds of different sizes. I had already laid it out before I did the mixed media, and I took a photo of it on my phone because otherwise I would have forgotten, and it took me ages. I was faffing around for ages, so I thought, right, let's take a photo. It's still slightly different, I think, but what I've also done, I've distressed the edges of these strips, and it's a bit of a throw everything at it kind of page. Because I am getting to the end of my kit, I'm thinking, right, I don't want to put this back in my stash, let's try and use it. So on this layout, I do use quite a few pieces up, but I've still got a bit more left. So I'm not sure, I might either do one more layout to really push myself, just with my scraps, or I might sort of call it a day. I'll have a little look later. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the top corner as well. I'm not going to make you watch all of that, because it's me sticking bits down, and yeah, there we go. So as I say, it's two opposite corners that have got the paper strips. I've gone over the edge because the one paper strip I did was quite thick, so instead I put it on the edge and I could trim it down. So that's the main part of the layout. I've backed my photo ready today because I don't think anyone needs to see me back photos. And I've just used these tags then, which are from a cut apart sheet, as a Paige Evans cut apart sheet. I've also added foam to the back of my photo, and I'm just going to add these tags behind. I've cut the one in half. Well, I wouldn't say half. I've cut a third off the top of it because I like the happy day part. So I might have to do another kit, just another page, sorry, just to finish it off. Look at this. I'm using two strips off this washi strip piece as well. To be honest, my mum is wearing a red jacket and they've got their red car in the background. There's no red really on my layout, but I'm just going with it anyway. I'm being a bit of a devil, because sometimes if you're forever thinking, all right, I'll print that in black and white, it just slows the whole process down, and sometimes you just want to get those memories on a page. So I'm just adding a little bit of liquid glue just to make sure that it sticks to the mixed media behind. I've used I think it's Prima modelling paste again. It does take a little bit more time to dry, I find, but it's dried quite easily if you sort of whip your heat tool over it as well. I was trying to use one of the Heidi Swap big words, but by the time I had done all this, I didn't really have much room for it, I didn't think. So I'm using this one little cut apart piece which says Adventure. I'm trying to use those puffy stickers, but they are quite difficult, I'll be honest. They wouldn't have been something I would have bought purposely. They were in a kit, and that's the reason I've got them. I've got one of those October afternoon, it should be like a flag, but I'm using it just like a little banner piece, just that is on a page and not in my stash anymore. I haven't used any of my homemade embellishments, none at all. None of them fitted the colours of the kit or the themes of the page, but I have used all three of these funny little tassel things. So at least that's one thing I haven't got to try to put back into my stash. They fit perfectly into these tags, and I'm going to use that rosette because that's the kind of mood I'm in. As I say, if you jump over to the Scrap Squad on Facebook, they have their 12 days of scraplift event going on, and it's perfect if you're looking to be inspired. I do find scraplifts a good way to inspire me. Now this rub-on is a complete disaster because even though I really take my time over it, it just looks dreadful. So in a second you're going to see some angry hands off me because it was just a bit of a mess. So then I got to find something to cover it up. As I say though, I often say to people, it's just a piece of paper, but at this point it isn't, it's a full layout. So luckily enough I have one of these that covers it beautifully. And I think it says remember this day. And the stencil has got lots of words like remember this, feelings, life is sweet, happy memories. It did say hey girl, but I just said instead I didn't put the paste for the girl part, because as you can see there are two boys in that photo, my dad and my nephew. I think my nephew must have been about 4 or 5 in this photo. He's now 18, about 6'2", and just towers over me. So I'm quite happy with how the papers came together. I've got very, very few pieces left. I have got 1 or 2 of the 6x8s, so you never know, I might be inspired to try another one. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I think I better get ready to start designing my July kit, seeing as I'm feeling so inspired. Just a few more splatters and then I'm done. So take care everyone, Hwyl fawr, and I shall see you very soon. Bye!